Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Always, and welcome back to Skybees. In the last episode, we went to the mining dimension, and, well, it wasn't exactly what I had hoped, but it was a dimension. There was a lot of rocks and stone and all that kind of stuff, so, I mean, it was a mining dimension. What more can you ask for? Other than a nice flat area, but looks like we'll have to build some flat areas for when we want to fight the Gaia Guardian from Britannia, but that's not going to be today. So, yeah, trying to figure out what to do next. The first thing I want to do is make more nitro from Power, and good reason to do this. We're going to upgrade our generator one more time. Not that we need the power, but why not? We can use the power. So this is going to take some time to complete. We'll come back to that later. But yeah, I'm kind of at the point, I can get rid of that. I'm kind of at the point where I either need to start building more, or else we can just work on quests, because there's not really anything that's kind of urgent to do. So one of the big problems is we're just kind of waiting on resources from the bees. Now we could upgrade the bee hives to apiaries, and those require nether stars, and I'd want to get, you know, the tier 4, which requires a lot of nether stars. So each tier 4 requires 4 tier 3s and 4 nether stars. The tier 3s require 4 tier 2s and 4 nether stars. The tier 2s require 4 tier 1s and another star. So that's 5 nether stars right there. So that is like 24 nether stars times 4 math. It's a lot. It's like 96. It's like 100 nether stars for each tier 4 or something like that. It's ridiculous. So yeah, obviously we can upgrade slowly, and I'm not entirely sure how they work. I've read how they will do, they can hold 9 unique bees, but is that like, can I have all of these guys in one, or what? You know, do I need to provide the shears, you know, or will it just produce honeycombs? I'm not entirely sure how it all works, and so we're not going to do that today. Maybe in the next episode, maybe not. I am leaving for a weekend on a bit of a trip, and so I need to get this stuff recorded beforehand. So it depends on how much time I have to prep, but I decided, you know what, since we obviously don't have the resources to do a lot, let's do something that's not too bad on resources, that just requires mostly blood, which we can get plenty of, and let's work on some blood magic. So what the plan is for today is we're going to try to finish all of the blood magic quests, and apparently I had last left on this screen. So yeah, we're gonna just try to knock out some quests today. We're gonna focus on blood magic and go from there. So I guess first thing, we're gonna need a Hellfire Forge. Let's see, we're gonna need imbued slates, which is a tier 3 altar. So we're gonna need to upgrade our altar. We're gonna need to upgrade it to tier 4 because there is no tier 5 anymore. Blood altars, and I think I can visualize it. Yeah, we can visualize it. And so that is roughly what it looks like. And yeah, it shouldn't be too bad to do. So we're just gonna need to get 56 total runes, and so that is just a lot of stuff. So we're gonna need runes, and that is just blank slates with a bunch of stone. Blank slates are also stone, so we just need a ton of stone. Luckily, we went to the mining dimension and got a bunch of stone. Now we could do this a little bit fancy, and I think let's see, I think we can. Do we have, what kind of filters do we have? Item filters. Okay, we have a mod called item filters. And mechanism, that's not going to help. Modular routers. there's unfortunately a lot of the stuff I usually use is not in this mod pack. So what is this item filters mod? Item collectors and item filters. So I don't even know how to use these. So, and most of these don't look like they're super great. Oh, okay, so this would be what we want. But how to use those, I don't actually know. So I guess, unless I want to, which I could, let's go to the old classic, the logistical sorters. These are going to be fine. So we're going to need a piston. And we're going to need a piece of osmium. And we'll get this growing. And this should work just fine. And I think we have our nitro. Cool. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and make the thermo generator. So we're going to need 2 nitro capacitors. I believe that's 2 large capacitors that we need with that. We're relatively low on iron, which is kind of the big problem. We're going to need these thermo plates, which is tiny capacitors. Yes. So let's get 2 tiny capacitors. And then everything else, we're missing a dielectric casing. And then our actual guy here. And so we were producing 5,000 RF per tick, or FE per tick. Now we are at 13,500. That's pretty good. There is the control circuit, so we can make the logistical sorter now. And I think this will work just fine. We're just going to need to grab a couple of chests and an advanced logistical transporter should work. And get rid of that. So let's see if we can set up some automation with this. So ideally, we can just put something like that. And we can put a new filter, item stack, stone, save, and we can, we've got to do fuzzy mode. Let's put it to green. Default blue. And you know what, that's fine. We then use the configurator, and we're just going to turn this to blue. So theoretically, we put that in there, and it won't pull out anything except, well, I don't actually know if it works with this, but we'll see in a moment. But it should only pull out, no? Oh, auto. Has to have auto on. And so theoretically, if this works the way I think it will, if we get another advanced logistical transporter, we can put a chest down like here. And there should be 2 of these yet. Wow. All right. We can put a chest down there. We can put this here. And then pull. And this should only pull. No, that's shouldn't work. Okay, let's turn this on real quick and get our dagger of sacrifice, because I think it might need all of it, and otherwise it won't work. Okay, so This, unfortunately, is only going to pull all of them. And apparently that works now. It didn't used to work in blood magic. But that means we need to have, what, 62,000? Yeah, it's 1,000 each. 62,000 blood for that to work. So we could always make another logistical transporter. And it does have a setting for single. But I think maybe, I don't know if that's going to work that well. What else could we do? There is definitely ways to prevent multiple items from going into there. But it might be easier just to, I don't even know. Oh. They were crushing each other, I think. Okay, let's turn that off for a second. Yeah, I forgot mob, there is a, like, hard limit of how many mobs can be in a single space now, before they start crushing each other. And that's what was happening. So, I guess let's try making another. It's not that hard to make logistical sorters. Let's try another one and see if we can't get single stacks to work. And then what we can do is make as many of the slates as we want. We can set up different filters, and everything should work just fine. So let's get another logistical sorter. I thought it'd be quicker just to click that, but apparently not. It's probably near the end. Okay, not at the end, but near the end. And let's see. So I guess we're gonna have to do something like this. Wrong way. We're gonna have to have, I guess we could do something like this and this, and then put the logistical sorter, single items, auto, and does it stop after a while? No. Okay, so I guess what I'll do is just kind of babysit this, and I don't know if there's a way I can detect if there's something in there. I mean, I can use comparators, but I think that draws on the blood, not the item. So I'll just kind of babysit this. I'm going to make a bunch of blank runes, and we'll get things set up to make a better altar tier. So I'll be back once I have some of that done. So that wasn't too bad. What I did was I kept this chest with the logistical transporter. And because our blood altar has 10,000, I'll stand away from them for a second, 10,000 capacity for the blood, I just put 10 stone in, and it would convert those, suck them all out, and I have a little over a stack, but I have them separated out because we're going to need a total of 48. Wait, is that not how you make just blank stones? Oh, right. We need our orb. I forgot about the orb. Where is our orb? Is it in here? Yes. There is some other stuff in there, but we need our orb, and we can make 48 of these. If we grab a bunch more stone, which is fine. We have so much stone, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, we're gonna need 56 in total. We have 8 already, and we can upgrade the other ones if we so choose. Whether or not we do, I don't know. But we have the blank runes. They work just fine. And we can at the very least upgrade to the next level, which is going to be right here. 4, 5. So it's just a matter of something along the lines of this, I do believe. And then in the corners, so it is 1 full block away, like here. I believe that is right. Let's take a look at this. We can visualize it on here. And give me my book back. So yeah, we can just put them right here. And then whatever blocks we want in the corners. And then glowstone. So, not too bad. We'll get those in a second. And then the last set we'll get set up later. But one of the big things is we can also improve these with different things like runes of sacrifice, which will give us more blood. They require higher tier slates. We can get that at some point. Can I do save? We can do new filter. We can put these on green, or you know, we can do a bunch of different things, and now it won't suck up the slates, so we can upgrade those if we wanted to. Now real quick, I'm gonna turn this off for a moment, and we have a bunch of mobs in there, and we have some quests to kill mobs, and unfortunately hitting them with the dagger of sacrifice does not work. But we need to kill like 100 witches and creepers and skeletons and zombies and all that kind of stuff. And, well, this sword is pretty good, but we need to improve it. So I was looking at our enchant on the netherite, and we can actually make a sweeping edge 3, sharpness 4. That is good. And then we can just combine these and put the sweeping edge on there. And that's kind of what I want, because now I should be able to come over here, stand here, and just like kill everything and clean that up. Perfect. I also got a couple of mob eggs, it looks like. A player spawn. That's cool. So that's what the capturing is. It's apparently a very low chance, but it does work occasionally. So yeah, that should have boosted things up quite a bit. I think I was at 19 on the skeletons, or at 26. There was only one witch. There was quite a few creepers, so that will be a good way to, when I'm done with blood magic, clean up everything. So let's get into some other things. So we need to, let's pick out some blocks and let's get some glowstone. Or sea lanterns. We can also use sea lanterns, but glowstone is what we're going to go for. So we need 4 of these. And you know what? Let's just use some like bricks. Let's use stone bricks. That will work just fine. And I believe it's 2 up. Let's see. Yes, it is 2 up. Now, any other blocks you have do not matter. As long as you have the correct blocks, this will upgrade. And that should give us a tier 3. Now, easiest way to tell is you just right-click this, and it says tier 3 in the bottom left. Now, we need to do some things. And I think, let's see, what should we do first? Let's upgrade our altar a little bit. So these runes of self-sacrifice are kind of awful. Also, now that we are at a tier 3, we can upgrade these corner blocks. And then every single rune in this altar now can be upgraded. So let's go back to blood magic. And I think what I want to do, because we're going to want to make the next blood orb, which is the magician's, requires 25,000. Can we get capacity? That requires a bunch of buckets. The other thing we could do is speed runes, which is not too bad. It is just a little bit of sugar. So let's get like, I don't know, sugar. Let's do like 10. Let's do all 20 on the tier 3 to be sugar. And so that's going to require a bunch of runes, which we don't actually have yet. So let's do 10. And I think it's like this. And then we can just break some of these. Now, obviously, it's going to take us back down a level to tier 2. And let's go ahead and put these and get 10 speed runes. And what this will do is let the blood transfer be faster, so we can make runes a little bit faster now. If I was to put 10 stone in there, it would do a lot more. But because I have the filters on, we should see, we should be able to get the reinforced slates. So that's 3,000 each. We can do like 3 each time. And let's go ahead and turn this back on. And you'll see these convert. So it'll be 3,000 and then 6,000 blood to get to the next tier. And that will be that. So I don't think that's it is a quest, imbue slates. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and make the Hellfire Forge, which is pretty simple. It's just a rune, blank slate, and iron, stone. And what this thing does is it is kind of like alchemy. It is a form of alchemy, but it's going to let us make some cool things, such as Tartaric gems. So we're going to need to start killing mobs with our sentient sword again. Or no, we don't have a sentient sword. We need a sentient sword. That is the next kind of step. But we need a Tartaric gem. And if I click this, there we go. So lapis, gold, redstone, and glass. Lapis, gold. Get rid of some stuff. Gold. And then lapis. Okay, so if we put this stuff in here, the Tartaric gem requires 1 will. So we can just put one of these in there, and it will produce a Tartaric gem. A petty, not pretty. Misspoke. Also, our runes are done. So let's fill this back up. We can collect the reinforced slates, which is not a quest, because we need imbue slates now, which is 5,000. So we can make 2 of those. And we can put a new filter for reinforced slates. Save it as green. And then just get this up to where we need it. Oh man, let's get all the blood we can. And ow, stop shooting me. Alright, now we can put 2 of those in there. And I don't know why he can see me, but let's just kill everything. And cool. That was very quick. So we have the imbue slates now. That is another quest, which will let us make the alchemical reaction chamber, which I know next to nothing about. But we need the magician's blood orb, which is a block of gold. And I think with the speed upgrades, if we just keep killing things, we should be good to make that. So let's do exactly that. Let's first of all see, there is so much stuff in there. Okay. So we need to get some blood. And one thing that could help with this is Runes of Sacrifice, which requires reinforced slates, gold, and Apprentice Blood Orb will work. So we can make 4 of those. If we had a few of the reinforced slates. So I wish I could like turn this off. But I think what we can do is, this is the reinforced slate, just turn it to blue. And then we can get 4 of them. And I'm going to go ahead and do just 4 like so. And this should be very quick. But if we make these, it will give us more blood for every sacrifice. Which is always good. And all things considered, it's pretty easy to handle. We're going to need to get rid of a lot of this stuff relatively soon. And once this is done, should be done here soon. We can grab that experience. And there we go. So we have the 4 reinforced slates. We can take these 4 runes out and replace them with the sacrifice. And I think we could just do that here. Runes of Sacrifice. 4 of those. 4 of those. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why it decided to use andesite, but use stone. Cool. Give me my blood orb back, and we can put these back. And now we'll get more blood. I don't know the exact numbers. There are exact numbers that you can find out, but I don't know them. But it's about 700. It's pretty good. So what we can do is we can put the block of gold in here, and then it's going to immediately take it out. And we could default to green just for the moment, and it will stop it from taking anything out. And we can just let things kind of process. It's going to use up a lot of blood very quickly. And so we do need to kind of keep on top of this. There we go. There is the blood orb. And we just right click it to bind it to ourselves. And then we can get rid of this one. Cool. So lots of things. Let's take a look at the quest book. So now we need to... I want to get the sentient sword. That's going to make things a little bit easier with getting will and all that kind of stuff. And then we can always upgrade the altar one more time. But in order to do that, we are going to need... let's see, we have that. We have reinforced. We're going to need blood shards. What are they called? Weak blood shards, which is in the alchemical reaction chamber. Sanguine reverter, and apparently it takes... I've not done blood magic at this point. Let's go ahead and turn that off for a little bit. So I'm not too familiar with how this works, but I do know we need to get will, and to help with that, the sentient sword is kind of awesome. So we need an iron sword and a gem. It takes no will, but we do need the iron sword. So let's get that. And so we can put that and this in here, and it should make the sentient sword. And this is pretty cool. So Real quick, let's give ourselves some blood. We should be able to attack these guys and start getting will to drop. And the cool thing about this is normally to get will you would need to have snares, but this makes it a lot easier. And if we have a gem in our inventory, which we can make at the very least the petty one, not the pretty, petty, we can upgrade it. So we're gonna need to make a bunch of those, to be perfectly honest. Let's make like 4 for right now. See if I can remember the recipe. And lapis. And what this will do is allow us to get more stuff. This does have enough will to make 1. But if we have a gem in our inventory, it should gather up the will. Rather than getting more of the will, the Tartaric gem will get it. And so we can pretty easily just farm this stuff off of our makeshift mob farm. I put these guys in here. And yeah, the only thing right now is I need to clean this up. But yeah, all things considered, somebody dropped a Omnetic Diamond Pickaxe of Lights. This tool has diamond effectiveness against all blocks. Okay. And then enchantability increased by 18. Place a torch at 1. Okay, we got some interesting items there. I can take the redstone. Why not? But we can easily kill these things and get more will. And never even have to leave our like base. We don't have to go over and farm things. We don't have to go to the mine dimension, which I don't even know if that has things or not. This doesn't have any more. I believe if we drop it and then pick it up, yeah, it absorbed the rest. Now let's look at the quest book. My inventory is an absolute mess. We can make a lesser Tartaric gem, which requires 60 will in total, which this thing will hold that, I presume. And then we can upgrade it. We're going to need the Sanguine Reverter, which requires a lot of will. So that's going to take some time to get. And basically, we upgrade a gem. We then use the will to get more and just rinse and repeat. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to step away for just a moment. I'm going to get all the will so that we can upgrade our first Tartaric gem to the next tier. And there is a bunch of things we can make. So the lesser is the next one. And I don't know how much it can actually hold. But we'll get at least the lesser and then go from there. And we'll go ahead and make this guy. I actually have to click on it here. I'll get all the stuff together for this, which it looks like it's just a Magician's Blood Orb. And then we'll probably have to end the episode at that point. So I will be back once I have a bunch of will, clean up my inventory, all that kind of fun stuff, and we will continue on. Alright, so that surprisingly did not take that long. But one thing I forgot is we can actually enchant this sword, which would probably be really good to do. Do we have... I mean, we could always make more enchanted books. Let's grab all of the blood magic stuff anyways. We could always get some books. Let's, real quick, let's see, book. Can we make any more enchanted... what are they called? Tomes, maybe? Yes. So we want swords, weapons, maybe? Okay, so I guess it's going to just be weapons. Tome of weapon. And so if we can make some books, which we can, let's get like 4. We have quite a few supplies now. And we can kind of actually grab some lapis. We can do a little bit more stuff. So let's just grab a full stack. I don't know why I wasn't, but let's just grab a full stack. So let's get some more enchanting going on. So first of all, we could get life leech on this. I don't know if that's worth it. And it looks like it's the same thing. Let's see what else. Smite 4. That's not bad. Looting 4. Not really something I care. Unbreaking 3 is nice. Fire aspect, don't want. Smite 5. I'll do that. Smite 5, beheading 3. Sharpness 3. More sharpness. Okay, so this should be pretty good. We can put, let's see, sharpness on breaking. We can get sharpness 4. And honestly, that should be good enough. So this is pretty powerful. It has on breaking. The only thing it doesn't have is mending, which is something we could always try to get later. But let's go ahead and put that in there. And we have enough will to upgrade at this point. So in order to upgrade to the Lesser Tartaric Gem, we need petty, diamond, lapis, and redstone blocks. So we're just going to upgrade this guy. And we put this in here. It'll drain out. And we'll have our lesser. Perfect. So that is a quest. And now if we want to get the next tier, which I believe is a common. Let's see. Tartaric. So the next tier is a common, and then there's a greater. That requires an immune slate, but it requires 240 at minimum. Now we can also, you know, did I make? I have 2 immune slates. All right, perfect. We can make the alchemical reaction chamber. And we might actually have to make the greater for everything. Let's see. This stuff can go in here. I need the magician's blood orb. And I'll organize things later. I don't really care too much right now. But we can go ahead and make the alchemical reaction chamber. And we'll put that right here. So I have no idea how this works because I've never done anything. I can read up on it if need be. But it doesn't really matter because we need to make the sanguine reverter to make the blood or blood shards. And this thing requires 350 will. So I don't know if this thing is good enough anyways. But things are getting picked up, I think. Or I'm not even sure. My stuff just kind of disappeared. Did I put it too close to that? Is it down here? No. I don't know. There it is. Okay, so let's kind of fly in here, and I don't think there's a way. If I pick this up to, like, get the will out of it, but at the very least we can come over here and just murder all these guys. Could use more sharpness on this. It is effectively an iron sword, I do believe. But we have 55 will on our gem already. And I don't believe it produces, yeah, so when we have, my gosh, all the creeper heads. When we have the Tartaric gems in our inventory, it doesn't actually make will anymore. It just converts it into the raw will for the gems. So the common one requires what? 240, a diamond imbued slate, and a block of gold. And then it also requires the lesser. So we're gonna need another lesser gem, which is not too terrible. And so we just make one of those, get a bunch more will. So we're gonna need is it 2 diamonds, a block of lapis, and a block of redstone. And then we're also going to need a block of gold and an imbued slate. So a piece of stone and a bunch of blood. So lots of things to do. We can go ahead and put this here and do diamond, redstone, lapis. That doesn't have quite enough. Needs 60. But that should be pretty quick. The 8. 60. So it can only hold 64 in general. So that is easy enough. Put that in there. It does its thing. And then we just need to continue powering this up. Something had thorns. And then we also need to get more blood. So let's actually go ahead and get the blood. We need an imbued slate that is 5, 6, 7, 8,000. Turn that back to green. Everything is green. And then this should be close. Okay. And now we can just put the stone in there. Continue getting more will. And presumably we will have, let's see, the common 240. It's going to take a little bit longer. I think you have to fill these guys up before they work. But I'm not entirely sure. This is full again. So yeah, we at least have the imbued slate. We have pretty much everything we need. So, I'll tell you guys what. I am going to finish up this stuff between episodes. I am going to probably do a little bit of building, at least for the runes on the outside for the tier 4. And next time, we're going to make this thing, first of all. And then we're going to go ahead and try to finish up blood magic. There's only a few things left to make. And once we're done with blood magic, we'll move on to do something else. Now, let's see. So I don't think the... I don't know if this is counting for all of our quests. So we killed some creepers and skeletons. I think skeletons was at 51%. So 54%. Yeah, this is counting. So we're gonna get these quests completed. They don't have any rewards or anything, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, I am going to work on blood magic between episodes, and I'll kind of plan out the next thing to do, which is probably going to be, we're going to make our first apiaries. And once we have that kind of going, we'll start getting more combs coming in, and we can start working on more stuff. So that is the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!